Tell you what, it's good to be outside. John, you all right? Oh, sorry, John, you haven't got a spanner. You've got one now. How you doing? Jake, how are you doing, George? Roadhog, how you doing, Anne-Marie? Thank you for coming in, people. Oh, it is nice to be out. Very, very nice to be out. Can't believe how much that field's grown. This one's going to be a silage field. Jason and Gina, how you doing? And he's growing the grass to cut and go and pickle for the cattle. Jake, how are you? Oh, you had a good weekend? Oh, Rich, how you doing? Thanks for coming in, Rich. Look how much this sign has sunk. I'm 5'8", and I'm a lot taller. But it's pointing to the memorial for, they called that the hanging tree. Viewless, Amanda, how you doing? Cheeky Chops and 6 Jacobites were off here. Mike, how you doing? Yeti. Oh, it's nice to be back. In the memory of the 6 Jacobites who fought for the restoration of the House of Stuart, who were executed here October 21st, 1746. Tommy, all right. And on the tree that they decided was the tree that the Jacobites were hung on, they planted an oak tree in remembrance of them. Let's get going. Dale, how you doing? What a long 2 weeks this has been. I am so glad to be back and a little tiny bit of normality. Well, my normal. You all right? Free ride? Ooh, I can hear a woodpecker. Ooh, someone's been filling potholes. They won't last long. They've just poured sandstone into it. Yeah, I'm a bit nervous. My chest still isn't right, Amanda. And I keep getting the scratchy throat. So we're going to see how my chest behaves while we're out. Before I go climbing hills, because this week I'm going to go up the moors. If it kills me, that's what I'm doing. Pizza, how you doing? Killer, thanks for coming in. Linda, how you doing, Linda? There, you've got a wrench, Linda. Sorry about that. So we're going to see how I'm going to do. PPR, lovely to see you. Some more buds coming out. They'll unfold soon. That is a beech tree, a young beech. Beech, I said, beech. Amanda, how you doing? Ice, ice, baby. You all right, Ice? Ooh, now what are they doing here? Oh, Longo, sorry, Nightbot, I keep forgetting to turn it off. You have a jacket now, Longo. Thank you for coming in. Sorry about that. Geordie, how you doing? The goats are getting quite nice. Ooh, first daffodils. These are out early. Yeah, that's it though, isn't it, Amanda? If you don't use it, you lose it. First daffodils, and they're absolutely perfect. How you doing, Jason and Gina? Gingerlocks, how you doing? If you haven't been over to Gingerlocks, go and visit her. Lovely, lovely, lovely lady. Ooh. Ailsa, how you doing? I'm so excited to be back out. Sniper, how you doing, Sniper? If you like gaming, check out Sniper. He's a good guy. Oh, we've got someone coming all dressed up like they actually mean business. fire. I always feel inferior to walkers that come out in all the hiking gear just for a walk around the block. Look at the size of that one. Kirsty, how you doing? Ooh, are you? So yeah, a week positive with you know what, and then school holidays. Like, this drives me nuts. They should have a fence. So you've got this bank straight onto a main road. No fencing. So we've had one tree swallowed by twins that have merged together. There's a squirrel. I can see goats. Yeah, I had a bonfire before. And I've got some old fence panels to burn and they've got creosote on. And they're hit and miss. So you've got a space between them like that, if they were straight. And on the other side, in those gaps, you've got a piece. And they're painted with creosote. I went to burn a couple. A full big water butt, put it out 4 times and it would be down to steam smoke. And within 20 minutes, it was raging again. So they scare me a bit. A bonfire kind of caught a couple. So, PA, how you doing? Do you know what, just mentioning everyone is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Ooh, someone else has got a bonfire going. It's a burning goat bedding. Stinks. Yeah, always a good idea, Kirsty. Yeah, look, I'm covered in paint. I've been painting. Just painted the banister. And I forgot to get my walking boots out and put my hand on it. And I'm the one that tells everybody else off. See, this bit's fenced, which is a lot better. Oh, the rock roses, the wild roses are coming out, look. There's the goats. Walking to the fire. Goats, other way. See, they look like they have an identity crisis. They're like shaved around the middle, but the back ends and front legs are really long. Same with that one. And that one. You can see it really well on there. See how it looks shaved on its neck and its belly? It's like it's 2 goats in one. Ooh! He told that one off. The one in the middle has just turned around and headbutted that one. Step away from the fire. Goats. Dear God. That's goats for you, stubborn ass. Talca Detector, thank you so much for coming in. I'll give you a wrench there. Carl, how you doing? Oh, Amanda, I want goats and I love fainting goats, but I'd feel dead guilty if they fainted. If you look for compilations of fainting goats, there's one and the thumbnails, goats dressed up as Santas and elves. Watch that. I was creased watching that. I was giggling away. Camo. No, Carl, I don't think we're going to see any. The farm that we're going past is mainly sheep. But those fainting goats are hilarious. But I think I killed them, if you see what I mean. Every time they keeled over, it'd be like, is that for good? Well, you're going to where my little herd of deer are. we're going to have a snoop to see if they're around. Imagine, you know, we had goats and I love them, they're so funny. They're stubborn, pedantic, and I can't find it endearing. They're just arseholes. But I like that. I like that character. If I come back, I want to be either a goat or a honey badger, because they're the same. Once you expect something to be grumpy and pedantic, I do like that word. I used to use that to describe my granddad. Then you get let off all sorts, so I could go around being an arsehole. And it'd be perfectly fine. Viewless, how you doing? Isn't it? Why is there no goats, Carl? Yeah, dear, they've got like around the middle. It's like they've been shaved. I don't know what breed they are. We just had your bog standard big white goats. And the first one was called Nanny. Now Nanny, we got them because my brother's got really bad eczema. He had really bad keens on his hands. So the goat milk was to try and help him out. And it actually did. But Nanny went off to see the boy goats up on the moors and in the hills for a little holiday. And she came back with twins in her tummy. The first one she had during the night, and that one was okay. But she died giving birth to the second one that also died. So Kitty, her little daughter, was hand bottle fed from the moment that she was born, basically. And she was so funny. I do love goats. Do you know what, Nanny? I was about 8 months pregnant with my son when I had him, and I'd gone in the pheasant pen that she was in with the chickens. All the snowdrops, loads of them. And she went to butt me, and she got my knee stuck between the horns, so she's there butting me, and I cannot get my legs through between the horns. That was fun with a bump. But they're funny, I love goats. Ooh, they've been chopping the hedge. The tractors have a great big, string really. These hedges have been laid. These are just bog standard hawthorn. They're spiny and they're hardy. So I'm trying to look for a good one. This is the base. And what they do is they'll cut into that stem, so they've cut it in there, and they lean it over. Ouchie. Ow, I've got brambles stuck in my leg. And it becomes a hedge, like fence. See all the way along, you can see that one better. See how that one's been cut just there? And then it's been forced that way and woven into this one. And it makes a great barrier. Right, I've still got bramble stuck on me. Where is it? I've got a tail. Oh, God. Ouchie. Oh, my God, I'm wrapped up in it. Hang on. 2 seconds, sorry. No, don't rip my coat. I had a tail there. Back. Adrian, how you doing? Jenny, the lovely Jenny. Yeah, we just found it. Well, I found her the next morning. And like I said, Kitty, she was fine, but she died having the second one. But hopefully you can see all the way along there. See how this bit's woven into each other? And that's all because they just cut it all the way through, about 2/3, some of them, or half, and just weave them together. Doesn't kill them, but it creates a fence. And because they're all spiny and thorny, Nothing wants to go through. Jamie, how you doing? Jamie gave me my first ever mail call. I felt very special, Jamie, thank you. Joe Dirt, how you doing? Yeti, how's things with you? Have you been hit by this massive snowstorm? Oh, we've got a car. Just watching a blackbird taking worms out. What's that? The bottom of a very old bottle. That's a hand-blown bottle. See the bubbles in? Yeah, we've had frost here, more or less, the last week, Kirsty. But that's not new up here. Hopefully, if my chest holds up the next couple of days, we're going up there. I've decided I won't back up on my hills. On that one in the background. That is my plan. No, wait, Jenny, Sheena didn't go live last night because she's on a tornado warning, so I presume she's got kind of similar. Dan Rainey, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. Oh, Peter, it's not grim, I'm excited. An 800-mile wide snowstorm from Greenland, and they're on about half a metre snow where I am. Scotland, and where I am is going to get dumped on. So I'm excited. Very, very, very excited. I don't mind I'm the house spider catcher, and I don't mind spiders unless I can feel their weight, and they start to make me a little bit nervous, I must admit. Oh, I've got people with dogs behind me. Hopefully they're not going to come where we're going, because we are going towards the deer. Oh, lovely, Mercy. We've got people all over the world. And I love that. We get to... so lovely to see you. This, I think, will be... That tree was enormous. Sniper. It swallowed a wall. But now it's just rotten. It's just dust. But now that is either a fungus or it's been wasps. Fungus, it's hairy on the inside. Right, shall I get down? Oh, damn it, there's someone with a dog. Hopefully they do. Haven't seen it. Is it here? So I've moved the sheep. Where have the sheep gone? Angie, good morning. If you haven't met Angie, go and check her out. Angie, have you hit the 1K yet? Angie is very, very close, so if you haven't met Angie before, go check her out. Damn, River Boys, you alright? UK, how you doing? Me quiet. Oh, I've got a hawk. What have we got? Hawk, stay still, thank you. Where's it gone? Oh, it's there. We've got sparrowhawks along here. 2 secs, I'll refresh it. Right, and we're back. And look at that. That's all rotten on the inside as well. Do you know what? YouTube has been absolutely useless. Hang on. There, we'll try that again. There we go. Bad idea, lab. How are you doing? Yeah, if you don't know Angie, go and say hi. And show her some love. Lovely, lovely lady. Lovely. Everything seems to be starting to nest. Seen a lot of crows with their beaks full of sticks and things. Clint, how you doing? Jarek, my kindred US spirit, how you doing? You and Art? Now Jarek has some beautiful places as well that he posts. And like, Goga, how you doing? Mr. Bendy, the bendiest man on YouTube. People have been carving in that. Viewers, thank you for being in. You're a star. Fluff, is Fluff awake? Fluff? Fluff! Love Fluff to bits. She's amazing. Right, we are in deer territory, so we're going to have a spy through this marsh. I've been watching the banks on the way up and I haven't seen any silhouettes. For another cattle grid they've filled in. That should be a big deep pit. Grandma Kelly, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. Are you editing? My sanity, Kirsty. My sanity. Right, let's have a look. Dear, dear, where art thou? Now, my little herd is going to be splitting up. And the does should be away with bellies full of fawns. Looking here. That is a sheep print. See how it's wider in the toes and a wider shape, not as sharp as a deer hoof. But they are really similar, but look at them all. Sheep, 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 sheep. These fields will be full of lamb shortly as well. Dear, are you here? I'm a poet and I didn't know it. Now this farm's an old farm. It's got the old traditional cobbles as you go in. Oh, it's not going to be for a long time yet, Kirsty. You've still got a couple of weeks. Car behind me. C&C, how you doing? Joy, joy. Joy, joy, joy. I adore Joy and her other half. Lovely Scott. How's things this morning, Joy? It was good seeing him tootling around. He'll be wanting you to push him all the time though, you know that? I'm not seeing anything at the minute. We'll have a look on the other side. Yes, you've got to spam. No spam in chat though, please. That's the only thing I asked. Don't spam chat. There you go, bouncers. You're right. So lambs and fawns. Oh, shit. Give you a lovely Goo. How's Goo? Ruby, lovely to see you too. Look at this bank full of snowdrops all the way along. And a dilapidated stone wall. Jacob, how you doing? The woodland that we're going to ends up being a carpet of bluebells. It's gorgeous. But they're a little way off yet. How's things, C&C? Oh, cool, Kirsty. That's handy. Good neighbours to have. I wish I had one that fed me. Right, let's see what we've got down here. The original barn has basically been given a top hat, which is the wooden and metal frame above it. Yeah, I'll show you just through this gate. along the side fluff. But this barn, a couple of 100 years old, possibly more. Jenny, I love this place. So we've got the traditional cobbles, basically river cobbles, and the farmers laid them to stop the tracks getting worn out and dirty. And they work really well. They've been there for a lot of years. Possibly the same as the barn. And you've got the side windows that have been blocked in. You can see the frames in there. And again, all sandstone from the woodland that we're going to be going through. But it's basically it's been given a hat. Ooh, that sounds interesting, Kelly. Yeah, and they work really well. They've been collecting stones from beside the river and just put them into the ground. So all these would have been stalls back in the day. You can see the window frames. They're lovely killer. And I'm all the while looking in the marsh. Are they Stormy? How you doing? So we've probably got a field full of sheep with bellies full of lambs. So this is kind of a rough and ready wall. I'll see if you can see the angle where it's bowing out. But you have the animals. I don't know if you can see right down. It's all wonky. And you can see the air holes through. You can see through the field. That actually stops the wind pushing on them. The wind can just whistle through and they don't get blown over. On that side, you'll have the sheep rubbing against them. The sheep do like a good old rub. But at the start, they're just piles of rocks. There's nothing holding that together but the rocks themselves. Just looking through the marsh. Oh, this is a marsh we walk along the side of. You can see the weather comes in from this side and it's cleaned all the sandstone. Up on the moors, it's made with lime, but down here, the available stone is sandstone. And again, you can see right through, and that allows that wind just to blow and not damage them. There's a bit down here, I think, they need to repair. You'll get 2 to 3 different layers. So you've got your top slabs, then you've got your regular wall, but can you see this bit juts out? And that is just to make sure that it's sturdy. The only way it's kept up is itself. Now where's that bit that's bowing right out? And to replace it, you'll just take a section, unpile them, and then repile them. But that's a very old trade, and there's not many of them around. I thought there was a deer laid down in there, and it's a bit of wood. Hang on, I'll show you. See that bit of wood in the centre? Pointy finger. Where is my pointy finger? Finger, where are you? There. I thought it was a deer. It's not. Ooh. I thought we had a bit come down there. It's just where the gate is. They've been lazy. Oh, it's not. It's the ivy. The ivy can damage it. It's one of the things that can damage it is roots expand in the joints. Farmer's coming checking his sheep on his quad bike. Right, let's have an eye in here. The deer, they blend in so well. It's either the head or the tail that you see. Yeah, there's very few people know how to do it properly. To actually make the walls and repair them. Now the Romans up on Hadrian's Wall, they did use lime on the buildings and in the wall. I've taken you to parts of the wall before and shown that. I wonder what that was. It's two dogs. Ooh, cheese and Vegemite. It's like cheese and Marmite. Toast with Marmite on or Vegemite and beans on top. Beautiful. Tin tomatoes as well. Tin tomatoes on toast that's got Marmite on is stunning. Love it. We'll just have a quick look at the Roman quarry while we're here. On this first section, and might see if I can see the cave. I've been looking at maps and I'm hoping that I found it. How are you, Ramani? Marmite and Vegemite are really similar. I like them both. And I also like Bovril. Just Bovril and hot water, Bovril drinks. Oh, but I also add the Bovril into casseroles, gravies. It's a nice addition. So we've got loads of young silver birches. It's really nice. If you've ever tried Marmite, it's Marmite is yeast extract, but it tastes really beefy. It's almost like a really strong beef stock, salty, and Vegemite's similar, very similar. I'll just let these people with a dog get ahead. Oh, Joy, the both really nice. You could use Vegemite in the same way. I've stuck it in gravy and things before. Look at the size of that. I mean, some of these rocks are enormous. Now that one, it's very big and very square. I think that one's been robbed from a building, possibly. We've got a few that aren't normal. Stone wall. How you doing today, Dan? Right, we'll let this old couple go by. Roots can be a curse, but they can also be a plus. On the big banks, they give you to make your steps, which I often use. So we've got another really square one there. Just there. Last summer, I managed to catch on film the doe taking the fawn away from here. She used this place as a nursery. Susan, how you doing? Susan, we're in Cumbria, Northern England, close to the border with Scotland. So I managed to film at the end of last summer the doe. She'd gone into there and the fawn was up and down, up and down, up and down, trying to get through to her. And I actually caught the moment that she took it away, take it up the hills, which was kind of sad because she'd had it in here. This marsh was its nursery. So I managed to catch them on film a couple of times. Right, let's go down. I can hear the water from here. Do you know what? Craft's been buying all sorts of fluff. Very cheeky they are too. I can hear the water. This place is my heavenly spot. Oh, cool, Susan. Sorry, Susan, I thought I'd given you a spanner there. Challenging, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. I'm a stone's throw from Scotland. You can see it on the horizon. Ah, the little stream's drying up. Little teeny tiny little stream that you end up walking in to get down here. So where are we going? The Romans were here in 209 AD. It was dated due to graffiti that the soldiers and masons had left behind. Emperor Severus at the time. And this stone was used for a World Heritage Site called Hadrian's Wall, which the Romans built across the UK to keep the Northerners out and protect their commodities down here after they'd invaded. The wall pretty much remains today. This summer we're going to go and walk some of it. Fluff, I know you're up late. Gave me a little buzz on when you were in. Tupac, how you doing? EL3, nice to see you, thanks for coming in. So this stream's drying up quite well. All last year I didn't see it flow. And all up here you've got river cobbles and river stones because this will have all been underwater at one point. All smoothed and round. Dirt Road, how you doing? Dirt Road, I love your turkeys. They're just so cute. Love them. Now, actually on top of a cliff, which I should be nervous about, but should I be nervous? I should be nervous, you know. Right. I want to take you down this cliff as well, which I will do. And we've got the river right in the bottom. Ooh. Now those trees have moved a little bit more. You can actually see the tool marks, which blows my mind. 1800 years ago, and you can still see where the tools were used on the stone. This is a small part of the quarry. The bigger pieces are further on. We've got an issue with the trees. They're going to cause no end of bother when they come down. Because it's just pure sandstone, we're on bedrock, the trees have got very shallow roots. And this edge is starting to drop and it's taking these huge trees with it, which isn't good. It's going to bury some of this until they clear it. Right, this is a big step to get off. Right, don't want to go that side. I want to go that side. Eek! Oh. So when this is full, we've just basically walked down a river, little stream. It's carving it away. They're going to make a big bang when they come down. Yeah, dog food. Dog food tends to be a lot saltier, doesn't it? I didn't realise how salty it was. I was tempted to make mine their own biscuits. See all those roots dangling, but here below it, all the tool marks in the sandstone. It's like that all the way along. Joy makes some amazing food as well. Check out Joy's. She has me drooling, just like Challenging does. So we've had some, that's about a foot long-ish. Yeah, can you see the tool marks in it? I'll be brave, I'll go down to it. But not under those trees, hang on. I'll take you down. I'm just looking for where I can get to a safe bit. I don't particularly want a tree falling on my head. This is the first face and the smallest face. The bigger faces are further along and they're enormous. Right. Stick you in the middle. And look at the size of them. They're huge. 1, 2, 3. There's 4 trees actually going to come down. And relatively soon. So I won't be long in the bottom here. Oh, Dan, thank you very much. Thanks, Dan. So, see all the tool marks in the stone. All the way along. All hand cut. We've actually had, we've got a big old crack right above me. Right, shall I? I'll be quick. That's just fallen. Oh, it's bigger than I thought. That just went dump, right. See, you've got tool marks all the way along. Oh, there's water falling. Right, I'll get out from under these trees because I don't want to get squished. I mean, even these ones that are oh God. Even these ones that are falling are going to hurt. There's a lot of soil come out from underneath there. All right, I'm getting creaked. I can hear creaking. Let me out. Wow, even that one's going. Again, all the tool marks all the way along. I mean, sandstone's one of the softest stones you can get, so for the tool marks to be here, it kind of blows my mind. Right, let's get going. Oop, nearly tripped. Let's get out of Dodge. Sorry. Chest is still a bit iffy. I'm going to come round this corner and go back along. When the water drops some more, I'm going to pre-record down here. I'm being good, roads like I come away, I could hear a creak. And I am going to walk the whole way along, take you down there, and all the way along the river, through the gorge. That is my plan. Dee, how you doing? How's the garden, Dee? Yeah, here it's a really dark one. You can see how dark red it is. Steph, how you doing? It's that really dark sand. You get some purpley coloured sand stone down there. And all the way across, but it's normally the dark red. There's my steps that aren't very fun. I pre-recorded a trip down there. And next time I am going to go with some waterproof footwear. Possibly trousers. Ooh, Shazza, watch where you're putting your feet. Ooh, is it? Carla. How you doing, Carla? Thank you so much for coming in. Are you live today, Carla? Carla's another old friend of mine. I adore her. Do you know what, Dirt Road? I could spend hours, and I mean, well, I do, hours and hours and hours down there. We have the cave is in this area, I found. So when we come back and I'm down on the bottom, I'm going to find it. Joy, thank you so much for coming in. Give him a hug from me. So from maps that I found, the cave should be on this part. Now I thought it was back to where we're going to come past, but I had it wrong. The water's actually quite low, surprisingly, with all the rain we've had. If you haven't met Joy before, go and check her out. She's an amazing lady. And look up Scott Swift. That is Joy's other half. A lovely, lovely guy. Right, let me get down here. I can't wait till you get them planted up. Over 100 guns that is found. It's mad. Jenny, thank you so much for coming in. Thank you for being here. It's lovely to be back. Wow, the water is... I could have been crossing this, you know, today. But I never considered it. Hang on, am I back? I'm talking away. Can you see me? Or hear me, even? This is it, unfortunately. Yeah, I am intrigued, Kelly. Intrigued, I say intrigued. I'm not stepping on there ever again because it's dropping into the water. Oop. Let me over. And I'm across. Yeah, brilliant. It's just that little bit of that section, it hates me. But you're right in the bottom of the gorge, so. Be further back. And I will find it. Jenny, thank you. Radish, wow. Kirsty, you should maybe talk to your doctor because you said you've been out, your ass has been bad for the last few days, hasn't it? It's been like 5 days now. I mean, look at that. Trees just slid down off the bedrock. There's just no soil. I'm annoyed. I didn't know it was going to be this low. Oh, I would have come down early this morning to pre-record walking the full length. See if it's signal lets me down here. The last few times I've been, this has all been underwater as well. Some things washed up as well. Let's have a look. Wow, why is it so shallow? So that's usually really deep and dark. You can't only see the bottom. Signal, behave. And look a bit boggy down here. Let's see if we can get through. The kettles should be empty. We'll have a look at the kettles. And around the bush. No time. Signal, behave. So, Gaga, what funny shapes have you twisted your body into this last week? Goga, I think you could class as a contortionist. Or very close. Wow, that is shallow. I might, sneak down here tomorrow morning and cross. I mean, look at that, it's beautiful. Just beautiful. Let's go. JC, how you doing? Thanks for coming in, chick. And you can see right down to the bottom. This water comes from the moors. So it's always got that orangey red tinge. Yeah, nice one, Fluff. I'm starting to... I used to do a lot of premieres, but I kind of got out of the habit, so I'm trying to get back into the habit. 12 Stone Ranch, how you doing? ITL, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. Ooh, what was for... Oh, you said what you had for breakfast, didn't you? I love this place. Right, we've got a tiny... Do I want to do it? Right, let's have a look. Potentially going to end up covered in mud. Right, let's see. See that stick? That is my bridge. Ooh, heck. Ooh, ooh. I'm kind of balancing. Ooh, heck. JC, I get dead jealous of your breakfasts. Gavin, how you doing? I'm really surprised how low this water is. You'll be able to see the channel that I've been telling you about. I love Twisty Tree. That tree's like a spiral all the way up. I'm guessing the water will be 3 foot below the kettles when we get there. Let's have a look. We get into the part of this woodland that the birds love. Where all the beech trees are at the beginning is where the birds will nest. Street Dog Bella, how you doing? See, it's all bedrock, all bedrock. Twisted and shaped and carved by the water. Frente, how you doing? Ooh. So my chest doesn't actually feel too bad. I'm a little bit apprehensive of going anywhere that's going to be a bit vertical. I don't know if my legs will be able to take it or my chest, we'll see. Fluff Rocks, I love it. Love a lot of these. The Bird Files, how you doing, Sue? Sadie, how you doing, Sadie? Ooh, you can see some, oh, I didn't know they were there. There's another couple of little pot kettles, little potholes in the sandstone that the water's carved. The water finds its way into faults in the stone, and the little whirlpools it creates just carve it. Oh, don't talk about messes. You see this part here, that channel's about 1 foot wide and it's a big volume of water goes through it. So I'd love to know how deep it actually goes. Lunatic, how you doing? Let's go down here and have a look. So in a couple of weeks' time, I might be filming this covered in icicles again. There is a polar vortex potentially coming. I'm going to go this way. And it's bringing an 800-mile storm from Greenland. Ooh, heck. these leaves has moved around and I can't see what's under my feet. Oh heck. I nearly went on my backside. Just look at that. I love it. So over here we've got the kettles. I would love to be able to get on that side. I can't get down to them, can I? And have a look in the bottom of these. Normally, the water is in those ones, actually in them, but it's low, so it's revealed the bottoms. Got a huge one forming there. We've had another one there. Love it. Susan, thank you so much for coming in. Lovely to meet you. But the way the stone's been worn, it's like waves in the sandstone. But look at the deposits in the bottom of these. I would love to get in there, have a look what's in it. But when this gets high, it is all the way up the way. You can see how high it gets. So that's about 3 feet, I would say. And it's normally right over the top of this bit. Oh, cool, Notorious. This is one of my happy places when my head's fried and I'm feeling rubbish. It's energizing. Love it. No, it's from the water. Can you see how the water's spinning in there? It slowly melts the stone away and cuts it away. Crubby, how you doing? So all these holes were caused by the water. It will get into a fault in the stone, and then you get some little stones in the bottom. Oh, excuse my painted hands. And the water would move those stones around and it would carve them like this one is here. When the water's in there, they just rub away at the stone and take it apart. Right, let's get up this bank. How you doing, Clubby? This one. Oh, heck. Yeah, ATL, that's what I'm thinking. That's why I want to have a nose in the bottom. Around here it's sandstone, a lot of magnetic rock, lime, what else? A lot of quartz. So it'd be nice to have a look. Lottie's vlog, sorry Lottie, ignore Nightbot. I need to remember to turn that off. My daughter's boyfriend's got my laptop at the minute. Beth, I love you. How you doing, Beth? This clearing is just so strange. I don't know why it's strange, but it is. Wonky trees falling over and making me bridges. Don't listen, Beth. Let's get up over this bank. Doesn't look like much, but it's actually quite a grind to get up it. Gold, silver, lead, copper, most of your metals. And Beth, absolutely beautiful. We've both hit the Grandma Club. And Beth just became, are you going to be Grandma or Nan or Nanny? Hi Lottie. Yeah, Secret Blackburn found a huge chunk of silver a couple of weeks ago, and there's gold about 12 miles up the road. Yeah, I think I'm grandma, you know. Oh, maybe talk too soon about my chest, you know. First time out, Beth. Oh, wow, that was a bit stern on the old legs. I'll challenge you, you know what? I've dodged that bullet. My son is 30 this year. Middle one, she's 21, 22. Yeah, that was a bit hard challenging, whereas normally it's not. It takes a while to get better though. Oh, nice one, Mercy. So this is the beginning of where the wild birds are. There's woodpeckers, greenfinches, goldfinches, chaffinch, blackbirds, great tits, long-tailed tits, coal tits, great tits, all sorts. Dibbin, how you doing? Forensic Mystics, why have you not got a wrench? Forensic Mystics, how you doing? Thank you for coming in. This is classed as an ancient woodland. It's been here for centuries, along above the river. It's not man-made, these trees are protected on either bank. Because you know what, so am I, that hill did me in. How's things, Dibbin? Amanda, thank you so much for coming in, chick. If you haven't been on Amanda's, go check her out. Stunning footage, absolutely stunning. You'll learn something. Beautiful buildings. A lot of history. Now, I've been hearing a woodpecker at home, so I'm guessing that it's in here because the sound of a woodpecker can travel miles. Oh, cool, Beth. That sounds like fun. I do hope you're filming it. Richard, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. I love this place. Fluff, we had one. And I was trying to be a smart ass, catching it on my hand. That didn't half hurt. I got my finger was clipped by a blade. It's a stinger. It wasn't expensive, it was only a little crappy cheap one. But yeah, it just ended up in a cupboard. But I love a drone, I want a magnet. Jamie sent me a pinpointer. Lovely, lovely Jamie. Very generous. So, a cloud of pigeons eating the last of the beech nuts. Metal detector. and a magnet. Love to go magnet fishing. What's that band around there? What's that about? Now, spring and winter equinox, we do have some rituals going in here. And on a couple of vine shrubs, like honeysuckles, I found flowers tied to them in both spring and summer. Yeah, Beth, out magnet fishing, I love this bit, found a German helmet, believe it or not. C&C, thank you so much for coming in. If you don't know C&C, go check her out. She's lush. Just a little tinkling stream, and it's got a few nice little sluice boxes. You know, I think it would be so addictive. So addictive, but that, have you still got the video up, Beth? Have a look on Beth's channel, and she found that helmet. Unbelievable find. Cheryl, how you doing, Cheryl? Saxon, how you doing? Yeah, I think it's going to take a little bit of training for me to get back up on the moors. It's 2 weeks. Well, it's a week since I've tested negative, but I still don't feel quite 100%. My legs and my chest don't feel too clever. We've got little fat pigeons. And some wood pigeons. Hoovering up the last of the beech nuts. Broxton, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. Another brilliant magnet fisher. I think it was the Omi One Fluff. There's a couple of new strains of that one. They test at home on the lateral flows, and they just take your word for it. They don't send it off to labs unless you're in hospital seriously ill. But the symptoms me and little Bod had kind of matched that. For her, she had the fever 5 or 6 days and really heavy cold. It actually got me worse than it got her. I was terrified of her ever getting it. Downs and that don't really go together well. Yeah, my legs are really dodgy. I feel odd. Sorry, Brockton, I thought I'd given you a wrench there. You've got it now. Cool ice. Oh, they've been filling the silage pit. They've been cutting silage early. You've got all the cattle in for milking, which I'm not going down to see. Safe journey, Brockton. I had a temp of 105. I was bouncing off the walls. And I was having a lot of panic attacks the first few days. I struggled with anxiety anyway. But I couldn't swallow a drink without losing my breath. So that wasn't fun. trying to take a sip of a drink and trying to catch my breath was horrible. Horrible feeling. The accident. Beth. Move on. Have we got a mole or have we got a mouse? That's a big one. Could even be ratty, you know. Richard, thank you so much. Richard's an absolute star, 5-pointed gold star. Fluff, you're up really late, chick. It's lovely having you in. I know time difference sucks so bad. This actually that we're on, it's really narrow, was the main road. But they built a bypass, which is just over that way. And plonked a roundabout at the end of it. Mercy, thank you very much. Mercy's lovely. I do like Mercy too, like everyone, to be honest. So I've been fertilising that field to make more silage. Since a certain war and the troubles with wheat, for example, animal feed has rocketed as has fertiliser as well. So the farmers are growing a lot more grass, like that field behind there, to make their own feed. They cut it, gather it, and they basically cut oxygen off from it, they cover it. And the enzymes on the grass basically pickle it. And it's used to feed the cattle. Silage has got a really, really sweet smell to it. Nice one, Fluff. Dale, because I'm immune suppressed, because there's all the tablets that I'm on, I had 5. The very first one, I ended up the next day about that big and it looked like a little red jelly baby on my arm. About that. And over a couple of days, it got to a big red angry circle about 2 inches across. Spoke to the doctors, they got in touch with the Astra team, and they said that it was a reaction to the needle to me, but it actually wasted the muscle in my arm. I've got a dint in my arm where it was, but after that they were fine. Yeah, Beth, little Bod brought this back home, I think, from school, and because of her disabilities and that thing, we were very, very, very careful, which is why I didn't have them for me, it was to protect her. I must say, I did have the flu and that at the same time, and that kicked my backside. I was a bit crook, as Fluff would say, for a couple of days. There's so many bugs at the minute, Beth. With this vortex coming, hopefully it kills a lot of the viruses off. Or is that an old wives' tale? See, I don't know where that road takes you. I mean, we were nowhere near as ill as I expected to be. So maybe we were protected to a large degree. I wonder if the deer come into this pine wood here. See, apart that, from that thing on my arm, I've been absolutely fine. Can we see out to sea? No, but we can see Scotland. There, that hill in the background there, that's Scotland. We've got a Solway between us. Hopefully, this road's nice and quiet, so I don't have to walk around the long way. Which is not, well, it's not naughty because it's a path, but you know what I mean. Today it's not too bad, it's about 4 degrees Celsius, I would say. I think it was 1 when I did the school run this morning. I had a bit of a frost again. But if we do get this vortex and the amount of snow they're telling us about, oh, I'm going to be in snow heaven. I love it. I think we've got badgers using this as a track up through there. Creatures of habit. I've just passed a water trough, so they're probably, ooh, what's this? Let me have a look at that hole. No, it's rabbit. It's a rabbit hole. Wild rabbit. Yeah, mate, it's our spring. It's just beginning to be spring here. The farmer will grow that grass. Jason, how you doing? Grow that grass in the field. Oops, sorry. Valentina, how you doing? Cut it and he preserves it. And it's cheap food for the cattle. T-bird, how you doing? There you've got a... And a badger is actually, I believe, a little pig, I think. I'll have to look that up to make sure. Nina, how you doing? Thanks for coming in, Nina. Yes, well, they collect the grass while it's green and they wrap it so the air can't get to it. Got another rabbit hole in there. They wrap it so the air can't get to it, so it's enclosed in a big, cling film, like a big bag. And it pickles itself, it becomes pickled. Oh, we've got a broken down wagon. And it's also starting to rain. Big wagon, looks like it's getting taken away. Jason, lovely to see you, how are you? Oh no, they're actually doing work on here. That cycle track covers the whole of England. Well, northern England, I should say. Always, always, always shut gates behind you. Oh, heck. I nearly had my fingers off then. Right, let's see if I can get across this road. I'm just gonna... There, I'm across, I'm in one piece. So you've got two going uphill, just for the hills. So traffic can get past the wagons or tractors without slowing everybody down. But I won't bring my dogs along here. Look at all these snowdrops. Loads and loads of snowdrops. Such pretty little flowers. Just here, it's a road. This used to be the main road. And again, that field there will be used for silage. They do sometimes have cattle in there. I just get past. Oh yeah. But because of this part, there's no fence to stop dogs getting on that main road. It scares me. I won't bring the dogs down here. Also got this sunken little wooden seat. How are you, T-Bird? T-Bird's a star. Drop it like it's hot. Yeah, it's basically the middle of nowhere. That's a disused road, really, that we just walked up. Used to be the main road, but now it's basically the farmer's track. Lovely big old oak tree. That oak's a lot of years old. They're all local symbols. Oh no, we've got the hanging tree on it. That's a bit dramatic. So we'll have the Jacobites, and we have a lord and lady getting a bit fruity. We've got kids playing. We've got swallows. Oh, look, she's waving her little boy off. I reckon that's a Labrador. It has to be a Labrador. Now, this, I hadn't noticed this before. They've actually carved this as an oak tree. There you've got the rope. And there's a lot of contention about what tree the hanging tree was. This area is all beach, big old beaches. Angela, how you doing? All our beaches. So the thought is also that it was a beach, but no. They've decided it was oak, which people are contesting. But this was a hanging tree, and there's the oak tree that they planted in its place. There's actually been a sequoia donated, and where the Victorian dump is, I was hoping that they would plant it there. It's pretty much the highest point in the town, and you'd be able to see it from the coast 40 miles away. So the Jacobites that were hung here are all named, and one is a real tongue twister. So we've got James Innes or Ines from Forfarshire. That's a bit of a tongue twister. Patrick Lindsay from Kilmarnock's regiment. This is the tongue twister. Ranald MacDonald from the Clanranald regiment. Try saying that and get your tongue around that. Ranald MacDonald from Clanranald regiment. Thomas Park from Manchester, Peter Taylor and Michael Dellard, all three from Manchester. Let me see, and they're actually on here. So James Innes or Ines was a colonel. Patrick Lindsay was a captain. And the others, soldiers. Now, Ranald MacDonald, Clanranald, was he actually family? And if he was family, why hasn't he got a senior role? Inquiring minds want to know. Well, mine. Regiment. So yeah, Ranald MacDonald from Clanranald, and which was the other tongue twister, Forfarshire. Forfarshire. That's a tongue twister, that one. Clanranald. Yes. Oh, hang on. Poppies come up at Remembrance Sunday, the 11th hour of the 11th day. But this wreath is actually still green. It was brought by a society To honour the loyalty and bravery of the 6 Jacobite soldiers executed here 21st of October 1746 for fighting for the rightful king from the 15 the Northumbrian Jacobite Society. So Northumberland's about 10 miles away, and they come over the border. Lynn, how you doing? Oh yeah, ATL. What are they called? I can't remember the names. You also have the Hairy Bikers, 2 guys, 2 chefs that are like brothers. Their relationship's brilliant. One of them is actually just getting over cancer. But the Hairy Bikers, if you haven't seen the Hairy Bikers before, look them up. They have fantastic recipes. They're from the northeast where I grew up. So you get quite a lot of northern food that they make. How's things, Lynn? How's Laura in? Laura, if I didn't see you, I am really, really sorry. If I miss anyone, shout at me. Chat disappears when you're on the YouTube app. It's hard to see. Yes, ATL, it would be very hard, wouldn't it? But the Hairy Bikers, oh, they make... Jamie, nice one. Jamie's a star. But if you want to see some more traditional northern food, check out the Hairy Bikers. But they make things like peas, and they got the peas got a mush. Oh, nice one, Ice. Ice is our resident artist. Lynn, I should be back, I hope. Nice one, Gavin, thank you. This little stretch here is a dead spot, and I don't know why. There's no cables. I don't know if you can see that rain coming in. Yeah, traditionally, fish and chips. So fish fried in batter. Chips. Spyro, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. Fried in batter and chips and mushy peas with it. Oh, heaven. I'm a bit of a salt monster. I love salt. I salt everything. And mushy peas that are really salty. Oh. Peas pudding is kind of like mushy peas. It's more of a yellow. And they're basically cooked in the meat juices, the meat stock. Heavenly. Absolutely heavenly. Oh, I'm going to have to make some now, you know. But peas pudding is lovely in a ham sandwich as well. Really nice. You get a lot of bread variations as well over in the northeast. Stotties. It's like huge bread bun. Again, this one is being grown for silage, it looks like. Burns night, you have Carlin's, is like a black lentil or bean, and that's a traditional Burns night meal where the poet Burns is celebrated and there's a meal in his honour. Mainly in Scotland, but it's down here, we're just over the border, so we do it here as well. Do you know what, Akash? I love peas pudding. A big old wedge of it in ham sarnie. Oh, heaven. Do you know what else? Did you go through a phase of them battering Mars bars and chocolate bars? The local chippies went through a stage of, you could pick a chocolate bar from the counter, so a Mars or a Snicker or a Kit Kat. They would dip it in the batter and they would fry it for you. Oh my God, really nice. Doesn't sound it, sounds disgusting, but really nice. Oh, nice one, Gavin, thank you. We're actually looking out to sea. The coast is about 40 minutes that way. 72. Oh, fabulous. Thank you, people. So actually, we've just lost visibility. We've got rain coming, but past that hill, and the next one down in the background is Scotland. That way is the Lake District. It's another World Heritage Site, a range of mountains in my county. And about 5 miles that way, you've got Hadrian's Wall, another heritage site. Think poor man's Great Wall of China. Why is that, Dale? The weather? Because of the weather in Europe, we are having issues with salad and some vegetables, and a few supermarkets, they're limited what you can buy, and mine haven't where I am. Nice. I'll have a look after I come off. Thank you, Lynn, you're a star. You've got Cumbrian coast on the horizon and across the bay that you can't see, the Solway. You've got Southern S, the tip of Dumfries and Scotland. Share it out. These neighbours have been setting gun cartridges off shotguns to stop the crows coming and nesting in these trees. It's a nightmare. Where Jake is, my friend Jake that comes in, he's in New Zealand, and a couple of people I know from his channel, Chris, he was in basically the epicentre of the cyclone that came through and washed out big parts of New Zealand. They've had it rough. So did the cyclones that hit New Zealand, did they have any impact? Like, I can hear that woodpecker. We've got a woodpecker in a tree right there. Can you hear it? Had it impacted Australia? Can you hear that? Woodpecker, no, that was a pigeon. There's a woodpecker up in here and I just can't quite see it. Is it one of these lights here? Last year I had a fledgling woodpecker nearly take my head off. It had just come out of the nest and it hadn't quite worked out how to fly high. And it just missed my head. It's in one of these. See if it flies up as we go past. Hello, Mr. Woodpecker, where are you? These trees are all protected. Ooh, heck, that made me dizzy. Pigeons. Can't see Mr. Woodpecker, he stopped rat-tat-tatting though. Oh, we've got a cloud of little chaffinches. Wow, Fluff. Well, New Zealand had the floods a couple of weeks before, didn't they? Is it there? What about other vegetables and fruit? Have they been impacted? We've got blue tits in this little tree, I could hear them. And there goes the woodpecker, just seen it. mean, those first floods that New Zealand got were bad enough. But people, the water was up into the roofs. And that's going to be scary. People just go upstairs, try and get away from the water. But where do you go after you've been to your attic? How do you get out of there? I know a few people have been trapped. Well, that's a lot of water to have coming into your house. Oh, shoot, I nearly dropped you. That was close. One of my friends actually were heard from him. He had lost power for a week. Judy May, good morning. So you can see the lines where he's been putting the fertiliser down. He's been in there spreading. Check out Judy May and look for her What's for Dinner videos. She has me drooling as well. Featuring Challenging, Joy, Judy May, Sazzy, and JC as well. JC and her breakfasts. Oh, heavenly. I can't watch any of you hungry. And look at that rain coming down. I don't know if you can see the curtain. Hopefully, I'm going to email Sheena and see how she is. She's on tornado warning. I've not seen her about since. We'll have a lot of rain here, Mercy. A lot of rain. We're close to a range of mountains. You just can't quite see for the rain over that side. And it creates us a lot of rain. Judy May, thank you. I've been dying to get back out. But with being sick and then school holidays. Andy, you all right? Andy, those chicken videos that I've taken, I was thinking about Claire when I was making them. Willow has let the chickens out yet again. I spent a good hour or so yesterday repairing Cheep Cheep's pen. She'd actually made Cheep Cheep 3 new gates, nibbling the cable ties at the bottom and letting herself in because she likes corn. That dog loves to eat corn, believe it or not. And she'd done the same on the big pen, so the big ones are out, which wasn't fun. So they're out again today. I need to repair that one tonight once I've got them in. But a dog that's addicted to eating corn. Oh, no way, dear. Chris, a friend that was right on the coast on the North Island. Can't remember what the place was called. He was there. He didn't have power for a week. So it was nice getting to know that he was okay. When the flood, if you're living in a single-storey house and you go up into your loft to escape the water, where do you go when the water's in the loft? That's where people are at. It's scary. Fluff. I'm going to grow a lot more veg this year. I grow loads of tomatoes, onions, potatoes, squash, leeks, and strawberries. I've got a big strawberry patch if I can keep the mice off and the blackbirds. I used electrical ducting, thin plastic tubes about that big that are really bendy. Stuck those either side of the strawberry patch and made hoops and put a fruit net over the top to keep the blackbirds out. But the mice are a whole different ball game. They're cutting the strawberries down when they're green. They stack the berries against the wall of the strawberry bed and wait for them to go red, and that's the point that they eat them. But they hammered my strawberry patch last year. Corn cobs, no way. Well, she's just breaking in to eat the dog's mixed corn. Andy, nice one. I'll send you some eggs down if you want to hatch some. I've got a spare incubator. Judy May's dog, he is absolutely stunning. He's a very, very handsome fella, is Jackson. Fluff, keep doing what you're doing. You live in paradise. It's absolute paradise. Same with Dale. Beautiful. What a beautiful place the Whitsundays is. Gorgeous. Can you still get new potatoes? I'm going to plant some new potatoes up and chipping potatoes. I've actually got potato skins that are chitted. So I'm interested to see. There's a lady I watched, I can't find a channel. She grows a lot of potatoes, but she uses plant pots to grow them in instead of in the ground. And she grows the best potatoes, the most. She weighs out each pot, the crop that she gets. And the best crop is from potato skins. Just an eye of a potato on a piece of potato skin. And that's the best crop. So I'm doing that this year. I never thought of doing that. I just normally plant full potatoes. I didn't know you could just plant peelings instead. Oh, some little fluffy chickens. Have your own cheep cheep. We have goldfinches all just flown up there. Goldfinches are beautiful birds. Sniper, if you like gaming or just good chat, go check out Sniper. The chaffinches going that way. Fluff, typical bloke. Exactly, Judy May. It's so easy, they just look after themselves. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Do you know what mine brought me? I was all excited until he told me until he brought it in the house. A drill. A drill driver. A screwdriver, well, a driver drill. It's funny because it didn't end up being in my cupboard for long. It kept getting used when he was at work, funnily enough. But no, it was for me at home. It's like, yeah, cheers, thanks a lot. Yeah, I got a drill. That I don't know where it is actually, speaking of that. Got some little chaffinches up in there. Right, well, it is lovely being back. But I'm going to have to shoot and get the school run done. So thank you all for joining me. I've loved every single second. And seeing everybody. But thank you everyone, and I'll see you all again tomorrow if I don't see you around before. Yeah, that Willow, she's a little madam. She nicks a corn out the chicken pens. Typical Labrador. Yeah, you too, Rhonda. All right, I'll get away. So thanks everyone. Bye now.